again, to your point about the next gen car being so different, I think some people brought this up this weekend as well. Jimmie Johnson, back with Legacy Motor Club. Of course, he's not a Hendrick or even a Chevy driver anymore. That team has switched over to Toyota. But I think some people were saying, look, Jimmy, if you still got the itch to scratch and want to come back and race in NASCAR, maybe the Xfinity Series might be a better place at this point in your career, just because the next gen car is so radically different. And he's certainly well behind everybody else who's on their third full time year with that car now. Maybe the Xfinity car resembles more of what he's used to from his Cup career, and that might be a better place for him to make these not one-off starts, because he's making a handful of them, but good, like Dale Earnhardt Jr. every year, be a good opportunity for him to get in the car a couple of times and continue to do this.
Yeah, I hate that for him, and that might be a good solution for him. But I did see from Mr. Brandon Panetto, he's of course a Blue Jimmie 48
Sure.
fan,
Yep.
follows Jimmie to the core. He said P29 at Texas, the finish may not reflect it. This is quoting him, but the fact we finished on the lead lap is a W, and I agree with that. Finishing on the lead lap for Jimmie at Texas, especially with all the events that happened personally last year. I'm glad you brought that up, because I was wanting to bring that up at some point in the show. That P29, it's hard to believe that Jimmie Johnson finishing 29th is a win. If you tell me that in 2016, what are you talking about? 7-time champion as we're going to Thanksgiving. But that's a win for him. I agree.
Yeah. But again, I understand. Some people are even questioning. Why are you doing this? Why are you here? I think Jimmie Johnson gets into a car. His goal is to win. Driver number 84 wants win number 84 in the Cup Series, right? I think that he's probably got a better chance of doing it at a track like Dover, where he's dominated and won so many times. Although now that I think about it, he won quite a bit at Texas as well. Granted, it was mostly the old configuration, but I think that, again, I think the Xfinity car, certainly it's not a direct comparison to the Gen 6 or even the Gen 5, but I think there's certainly much more overlap there than what you're going to get with the next gen car. And again, just echoing the people that think that might be a good solution for him. We'll see how it starts this year go, but again, I know Brandon's far from the only one there. A lot of people pulling for him as he has returned from a couple of years in IndyCar, trying to rediscover that magic again.
I'm trying to think where he would be able to go. I guess Sam Hunt Racing would be an opportunity, maybe, or
potential. Yeah,
someone like that. Because not Joe Gibbs, but maybe. But the 20 All-Star car, I don't see him going there if he did do it.
I don't know. I mean, it's all like, I feel like if anybody can get around the manufacturer restrictions, it's probably a guy like Jimmie Johnson. Yeah. So I don't know that he might be held as tightly to those as somebody else might. But then again, it is a different world than it was 15, 20 years ago, when that was a little bit more commonplace. So yeah, Sam Hunt Racing, I think, would probably be the more logical solution for him. But who knows what could happen.